What time it is? That's right, it's Intel time. Let's talk a little bit about what is going on. I'm going to welcome everybody to the big call again from all around the globe. This is a really important time. We're coming up on the winter solstice on the 21st, which is Thursday. Today's the 19th. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. There's a lot. You're feeling a little bit of the pressure of Christmas, which is only less than a week away. You've got a lot going on. You're trying to get ready. You're trying to get any last minute gift ideas going. You're wrapping up at work, whatever. You're getting your travel plans going. I mean, guys, we're getting ready for the most important blessing, that maybe we've ever experienced by a long shot. And so I'm excited because I know the intention is we don't call it, we don't do dates, we don't do rates on the big call, but I can tell you we are in a very, very close proximate state to where the intention, I know China's intention is for us to have this for Christmas. I know that. Their intention is for the world, not just the U.S., but the world to have this for Christmas. Now, we know, for example, in parts of the world, they've already started. We're kind of behind. They're a little ahead of us. But they started in some parts of the world already. They have. And that's a good thing. Let's talk about Iraq for a minute. We always tend to come back to Iraq first and say, okay, what do they have to do now? Well, what they had to do was they had to get everything set with World Bank of all things. The World Bank, because there is a loan coming to Iraq, World Bank, and they needed to have that accomplished. And they got what they needed to the World Bank, and approximately 3 or 4 this afternoon, East Coast time this afternoon, they were granted the loan from the World Bank, and they've sufficiently met the requirements that the World Bank had for Iraq. Now, we know that this will allow the lower denominations to finally be put out, and that's their quote-unquote new currency, is these lower denominations, and they line up with the ones that we have. They have the hundreds, the 50s, the 20s, the 10s, the 5s, and if they don't have a 1, I think they're going to have a coin to take the place of the $1 bill. They do have fils, F-I-L-S, which are coins that the banks will have, and I guess some of the merchants will make them change. And those are portions of a dinar, because the dinar is going to be worth quite a bit more than the dollar. It already is. And so, something doesn't need to cost 1 dinar. It can be a quarter of a dinar or eighth of a dinar, whatever. And these fils are portions of a dinar, those coins. So they'll have coins, and I think that the Iraqis like coins. And there's supposed to be 2 coins that I have not seen yet, of course, but they're larger coins. They're much larger coins, and they're going to be worth, if I remember right, the silver coin was going to be 50,000 dinar, and the gold coin was 100,000 dinar. And these are like, major coins that could be used between banks or between businesses, actually. Because they're pretty valuable. Obviously very valuable. The other thing that Iraq is doing is they are currently, for at least a day, because they stopped trading over the weekend, and they resumed trading the dinar as a future, meaning as a future currency that is really there now. They started trading those again yesterday, last night, continued until 3 or 4 in the morning, and then it was shut off. And I believe it's been resumed again for tonight. So, and during that time, we know that the value of those dinar futures has gone up double. Actually, more than double, almost 3 times. That's since it was cut off this morning at 3 or 3:30 this morning. So there's a lot of movement as these futures are bringing up the value of the dinar for toward its true rate, which could come out any day now. It really should. We're looking for that to be shown. We are looking for it to come out. All the speeches have been made that need to be made from Iraq. It's not like we need another speech. We don't. They've claimed their sovereignty. They've talked about the liberation of Iraq. It's made our mainstream news. We know that Iraq and Syria, for the most part, is completely ISIS-free. The strongholds that were there are gone. They don't have those parts of those 2 countries anymore. Now, we're going after them wherever they are. We know that. Okay, they can run, but they cannot hide. And so that's working along nicely. This tax bill is going through. They may knock it out and have it completed early in the morning, either late tonight or early in the morning. And I think it'll be delivered to the president for his signature tomorrow. Might get a little signing ceremony with that, I would think. It's a good thing for us. It's a good thing for us. And it's going to be a good thing for the nation. And I'm glad they're getting that through. What else is going on? We know that President Trump is supposed to make an announcement on Thursday, the 21st, the day of the winter solstice. It's supposed to be about the return of our government to the restored republic. It's about, I think it's going to be about our new dollar, our new asset-backed currency. I think those type of announcements and maybe a few other things could be discussed and could be brought up. Yesterday, if anybody saw the president's speech yesterday, they would have caught the words sovereignty that he talked about for the U.S., and he also used language that talked about returning to sort of the, how am I going to say this? Returning to what was back in our founding fathers' minds in terms of the Constitution and in terms of our, I think in terms of our republic. Now, I can't remember the exact language, but at the time he said it, it resonated with me to where I went, yep, that's the kind of language we want to hear, because it's, hold on a second, guys. Take over, Sue, or whoever's there.
Sue, can you hear me? This is Bob. All right. So while Bruce is on the phone, I guess I'm only one who is talking. And with,
except for me, Bruce, Bob, I am back.
Oh,
thank
right.
you. I just had to quickly take that call, and it was all good. Thanks, Bob.
Okay.
We don't want too much. We don't want too much dead air on the big call. But no, guys, as I was saying, let me get my train of thought back. The president was talking about yesterday was the return back to some of these things that we hold dear and that we want to hear. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to be excited to hear what that speech is going to be about on Thursday. Okay? I think it's going to be a really important time for us, from what I can tell. Now, I have heard a lot of people, and guys, I get a lot of good intel, and I go through it, and I weigh it, and I'm hearing a lot of things that are speaking to this week. I've mentioned the Chinese want to have this to us before Christmas. I still believe that. I think we're good to go. I think we're looking at hours, if not days. Really, we're very, very close to what we should be looking forward to. So when it comes to I know there was something else I was going to be able to tell you guys. We talked about the futures. We talked about Iraq. We know that the other currencies are still being sort of put in position and traded up. I think we're going to be in such good shape. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not you want to try to take a look at the screens for screen rates, or whether you want to take a look at those rates when you're at the redemption center, and whether you want to um, ask for a little bit more than what is on the screen. You're going to ask if you have projects that you plan to do, or if you plan to jump on the bandwagon with the big call and do Rebuild America, or whether you want to try to work with veterans in terms of, the Veterans Retreat Network. Either of those major projects are good. We can always use some help on those. I think the finances are going to be very, very strong, to where we're going to be able to, offer our veterans even more than I realized initially when we put the VRN together with a 100 plus business plan over 4 years ago. We're going to be able to offer them a lot. I really do mean that. And I'm excited about that. I was talking in customer service yesterday with, was it today or yesterday? Yesterday, with a veteran about some of the things that we plan to do. And he was very excited about that. And really, I just think it's great because the veterans need our help, guys. There are a number of homeless veterans that we'll be able to get into homes. We'll be able to get them the help they need and get them into homes. And it's going to be an amazing thing, guys. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it, and we can help to restore America. We know that there's infrastructure needs all over this country. We've got bridges that need to be restored. We've got roads that need to be rebuilt. We've got, we talked about fiber optics. We got to get everybody up to speed on fiber optics and internet all over the country. We can do a lot. What if we could bury cables and electric and phone and all of that underground? What if we did that? What if we really tried to make an attempt to do that nationwide? I know it's a major, major project, but we'd have the resources to be able to do it if we could get everybody in the country to agree upon it. I'm hoping we've got some people from the administration listening into our call tonight, because I'm telling you guys, if we could get this, and it could be done privately. I was thinking the other night when I was watching some news, I thought, I wish they could realize that we're going to have the wherewithal to do these infrastructure projects without even using any government money, without using tax dollars. It can all come from private contributions. It can all come from the private sector. Public-private partnerships, if you wish, using bonds that are designed to fund infrastructure. We've talked about that months ago in the big call. I know they plan to do that. I'm pretty sure they plan to do that and offer those bonds. Guys, we can buy those bonds with money that comes in from our quarterly interest payments that are coming from our structured payouts. We can buy those bonds and fund all of this infrastructure ourselves and not even bat an eye. I'm serious, and I think we can do it, and I hope the government's listening. This is one time when you want the administration to be tuning in and listening, because we can help in that area. We can help possibly get all of those cables and everything underground. I heard something. Did I hear? Yes, I heard the president yesterday even talking about doing something to help prevent electromagnetic pulse, EMPs, guys. Guys, we can beat that. We can get ahead of that game on EMPs. Well, if we buried this stuff and had it shielded underground, we could take it. We could avoid being electrical grids being taken out by an EMP. Why couldn't we do that? You can do that with transformers. You can take and shield the transformers properly, even the ones that are on the poles, even though I'm not a fan of the poles. I don't like those poles at all. But you can shield those things against an EMP. And I think the president is getting good information, good advice from people talking about that now. We're going to be coming into technology, the likes of which we've only dreamt about. Some of you guys are aware what I'm talking about. Some of the healing technology that's out there, the electrical, the energy technology that's out there. We've used the term free energy, all of that. I mean, it's there. I mean, there's a lot. I don't have to tell you that I'm up to speed on most of it. And I know that we're going to be bringing a lot of good interviews to you in the future. I found something that Sue found. I didn't find it. Sue found it the other night. We're going to bring you some really cool technology about growing food. Oh, man, I can't wait to do that on a call. Got that one down. We're going to be able to offer that, guys, and it's going to be really, really good. I mean, this is a game changer. Total that this is Christmas Eve. Let's pretend. Let's all go to, and we'll let you know how we're coming on our projects as far as the setup of them. Lightly negotiable. And you should be able to navigate and negotiate those up a little bit. Okay? Even though the rates are going to be fantastic as they are on the screens. Now, we should go, and the public may go with us. They may, the so-called uninformed. We don't call them John Q. Public or Joe Public or anything anymore. We call them the uninformed. There's nothing wrong. They're just not quite up to speed like you guys are. They don't know about the redemption centers. They don't know of some of these things we've talked about privately negotiable rates and so on. They don't know that. They're just uninformed. Those guys may get started about the same time we do. Redemption centers are ready to go. They're all on high alert still. So don't worry about that. I'm still looking to receive the toll-free number. When I get that, of course, I'll put it out regardless of when I get it, and then we'll be able to get started with our exchanges. So I'm excited about it, guys. I just want you to know, just pretend with me that this call out. Lord Jesus, we come to you